Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. This is a Love is Blind skip couple episodes, get to the weddings review. I know y'all don't be mad at me, I'm inconsistent, okay? I'm inconsistent. I had the notes for part 3, and then I realized I was gonna have to make a part 4, and then I was like, by the time I do a part 3 or part 4, I'm gonna still have to do the weddings, and ain't nobody gonna be watching my videos, okay? So I was like, I'm not even about to do that to myself and make all this content to get the reviews. Not gonna do it because nobody's gonna care by the time I get to these weddings. Nobody's gonna care anymore, and I don't want that. So what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna get up here and we're gonna talk about these weddings because I was surprised. Okay, so the first wedding is Gigi and Damien, right? And I'm like, of course Gigi and Damien are going to get married. They're really rocky. They're back and forth. You know, they do go through a lot of things because, like, the whole conversation that they were having about when she was like, have you ever heard me tell you that the sex is good between us from the time, I don't know, y'all, they was talking through the wall. And she was like, remember the time you told me the sex was amazing? Have you ever heard me say that back to you? And I was like, oh gosh, it just got real. But and then they also was arguing in a gym about her being on her phone while he's trying to talk to her. And then they was also arguing at the table, and he was trying to tell her, like, I'm either you going to, like, you know, get it together or not. And then he started talking about where she's staying as far as politics and stuff like that. So they had a lot of, you know, back and forth situations. So I was like, but ultimately I really thought they were, like, you know, gonna make it. So they get to this altar, right? And everything is like so perfect. And it's like he's saying the right things, she's saying the right things. And then she says, I do. Cool, right? And then we get to Damien. And Damien says, I don't. Now, she just breaks down crying. She's like, I cannot believe he did this to me. Oh my God. Like, oh my God. You could see the people in there like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. She then storms out. She walks out and she starts running. And I'm like, girl, don't run too far because you got to come back. Okay. Don't run too far and embarrass yourself even more. As she's running and taking off her shoes, she slips and falls in the mud, messes up her dirty dress. And you know, her mom comes out, runs after her, comforts her. And she's telling her, like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be all right. And she's just like so upset, crying hysterically. He was trying to chase after her, but she wasn't having it. She was not having it. She was like, leave me alone, get away from me. So when she comes back, because I told her, don't run too far, girl. You got to come back. You can't escape this, right? So when they get back into the rooms or whatever, she's like, I need to know what happened. And she takes out these chairs and she's like, we're going to talk. Take a seat. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, son, he already said he don't want to marry. He ain't got to talk to you. He ain't got to explain nothing at this point because that's not your man no more. But anyway, him being the guy that he is, he sit down and they eventually talk about it. And he was like, as much as I love you, I just don't feel like you were ready to be married. And I wasn't even going to do that to us. Like, I love you, but I don't think we were ready to be married. It was too much back and forth. Like, you was all in today, but that was just today. I need you in all the time, not just today. And that's basically what happened between them two, right? So now we have Jessica and Burnett. Now, Jessica and Burnett, I'm like, oh yeah, they getting married. Ain't no questions, ifs, ands, buts about it. Come to find out, when Amber gets there, Amber is saying like that she kept trying to call Burnett because she was heard that he was having cold feet. He texts her that he's having cold feet and he's not, you know, he doesn't know how he's gonna, I guess, respond. I guess he was like, you know, scared. And she said she tried to call him, he didn't answer. She tried to call him again, he didn't answer. So now she's not feeling her best. She's alarmed because she thinks that he may not actually, you know, show up, or even if he do show up, that he may not want to marry her. And the whole time, you know, this was one of her concerns before. Like, she always would say, like, if his family didn't accept her, how would he feel about, you know, the situation? Because, you know, she's a lot to handle. And then she was also concerned because, you know, she got bad credit and she, you know, got her little $700 makeup card limit that she used, but she don't really wear no makeup, so I'm trying to figure out what she using it on. But yeah, so, you know, and she was homeless, living on couches and stuff like that, so she's not really stable. And she wants to be a stay-at-home mom, and this man got to pay for all this stuff, and he just met her. So I would kind of be a little reserved too. I'll be like, damn, he probably don't want me. He probably don't want me. I'm a lot. I take a lot. Yeah. So she's a little concerned. She's worried. The whole time, while she's about to come out, her mother's like, anything worth having is worth fighting for. And then her mom turns around and say, but you shouldn't have to fight. And she was like, make up your mind, Mom. Make up your mind. Should I fight or should I not fight? I had to do both, okay? I had to do both. So as she walks in, you can tell he's excited, and they standing at the altar. But I mean, she is literally in his face. I mean, she is all up in his face. If he had bad breath, she was smelling it. Like, she was so close to him. She didn't give him a chance to, like, take in her beauty, because she damn near just threw her face in his face. Like, I was like, girl, back up a little bit. Just back up just a little bit, a little bit. Give him some space, a little bit. But it was like she was saying with her eyes, you better say yes, you better say yes, you better say yes, as much as she was in his face. Eventually, she says, I do, and he says, I do, and I was not surprised, because I knew that they were going to get married. They tried to swing it to make us think that maybe they wasn't, but I knew deep down in my heart that they was, okay? That's just me. So now we get over to Kenny and Kelly. And I was like, yes, Kenny and Kelly. Now, the build-up for Kenny and Kelly was awesome. Okay, I'm going to tell you, the build-up was awesome. They got Kelly talking about how she loves him and everything's going to be great. It's going to be a wonderful day, wonderful day. And he's like, I'm just ready to do this. They're so happy. They get to the altar. She says beautiful things. He says beautiful things. Everything seems so perfect, right? Now, he says I do, she says I don't. And as she says I don't, she literally just turns around and says, I expect you to respect my decision, and walks out. Like, just walks out. And then he has to make a speech to everybody saying, like, this was a weird process for all of us. I still love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Like a good man, he held it down. And she went away, I guess she wasn't sad. It don't seem like she was sad. She just considered him a friend. And she didn't think it would be fair to be in a relationship with him. And I kind of figure, now that I look back at it, yeah, she didn't want to have sex with him and everything. So it was kind of like she friend-zoned him a while ago. And it just was hard to notice. Now that I think about it, yeah, it was hard to notice. So eventually, the cameraman is asking him, like, so do you think you guys will get married in the future? And he was like, why would you ask me that? You know what? Stop filming me. Turn them cameras off. Like, stop asking me questions about this. And he was like, no, I mean, like, do you still love her? Stop asking me questions. He was so mad. I was like, oh, I felt so bad, because you could tell he was blindsided. I was blindsided, so I know he was blindsided, y'all. That junk had me shook. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. But anyway, so then we get to, who was next? Not Amber. Jessica and Mark. Now, y'all, I ain't even gonna lie. I knew they was getting... I knew they wasn't going to get married, okay? Jessica made it very clear that she didn't want to marry Mark from the beginning, okay? That she didn't want to be with him. So I didn't think this was going to be any different. But they did make it seem like she may have had a change of heart somewhere along the lines from, them building and bonding. That she may have changed her mind, because she was like, I would never, have a bond with anyone like the one I built with him. I truly found my best friend. She said all this other stuff. And then, I realized that she didn't have any family. Like, nobody walked her down the aisle. It was like she just told her father, her mother was, and like, don't even waste your time, y'all, because I'm going to say no. That's what it seemed like to me. Like, she was like, don't waste your time, don't come. She walked, she ain't even put on a necklace. She had on earrings, her hair back, and no necklace. So I was like, she's not here for it. She walks in. They get to the aisle, and of course Mark is like, oh my gosh, she's the beautifulest woman, crying, being extra, expressing his love. And of course he says, I do. And she says, I don't. And she walks away, okay? And she says she does not feel bad at all, because she was not going to put herself in that situation knowing that she did not want to be married just to say that she was married. well, be married to him just to say that she was married. So she's sitting on the chair all sad by herself, but not really sad because that's what she wanted. And he, you know, his mother is trying to tell him, like, I just want to make sure you're okay. He's like, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay. I knew this was gonna be a risk. I knew it. I'm okay. And he was angry, you could tell, but his mother just trying to console him. But he's like, you know, he's heartbroken. It's obvious. It's clear he's heartbroken, but he should have saw these signs from miles away, but he just didn't want to, you know, see them. He was just like bypassing all the red flags. Like, I don't know why he didn't think that I don't know why he thought she was going to say yes. Everybody knew she wasn't going to say yes. And if she would have said yes, I'd have been like, they're going to get divorced. So it was no point. It was no point. Yes, y'all. Those were the weddings, okay? And I was like very surprised with those weddings because it was like, wow. Like, I really thought Kenny and Kelly was going to get married. So that was shocking for me. Oh, y'all, I almost forget about my favorite couple. It's because I felt like they supposed to have been married and stayed married and was already married. Lauren and Cameron. Yes, they both, you know, y'all know they got married. And she looked beautiful. And he was so sweet. And he was so nice. I'm just like, oh my God, he's a perfect gentleman. He's perfect for her. And y'all, I mean, this episode was so good to me that I just wanted to talk about it before we even, you know, try to go back to the other sections. I do have part 3 notes down, and I will get to part 4 if y'all want me to. So let me know in the comments if y'all want to see part 3 and part 4 before I even waste my time and recording these videos and I don't get no views on them because I'm gonna be upset, okay? Because I have a headache today. I've been at home relaxing and I have a headache, and I just was like, let me just get up here and talk about these daggone weddings because I was excited about it after I watched it. So yeah, you guys, tell me what you thought about it. Tell me if you thought that Kitty and Kelly was gonna get married, because I actually did. Tell me how you feel. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna go lay back down because my head is killing me. Peace.